one challenge that we have faced is pricing. If you look around, you don't see plastics on the floor anymore because people are now aware.
There is no much on the board.
We called it daily 2K.
What was once discarded is now raw material for new products.
That you can't do all of these things without the government's involvement supporting you to ensure that it works.
Hey, they'll carry me.
1 kg of plastic that you save from getting burnt, you're saving around 1.5 kg of emission.
Every day, millions of plastic bottles are used and thrown away. In cities like Lagos, plastic waste has become part of our everyday life, filling streets, blocking drainage, and polluting our environment. But what if this waste isn't just a problem? What if it is an opportunity? Nigeria is one of the largest producers of plastic waste in Africa. Yet, only a small percentage is recycled. The rest is left to pile up, creating environmental challenges, but also untapped potential. What inspired your company to go into plastic recycling? And what problem were you trying to solve?
Oh, pretty much. We're trying to solve multiple problems, right? Well, I will mention like the top 3 problems. 1 is economic prosperity, right? 2 is environmental problems. Like, that's like a direct impact. When you solve waste problem, you're solving environmental problem. But the economic part is also making money while doing it, right? And the social part is also to be able to build culture of ownership, culture of community, because most of these things we can't do it alone. So there's like this way we work with the households, communities, and then it helps build our social cohesion as well. So I would say social reasons, socio-economic reasons, and of course environmental reasons, and also drawn out of passion, right? Because for me, I just felt I could use my knowledge of tech, financial services to build something interesting in that space. Yeah.
To turn trash to
wealth.
On the streets, we met people turning this problem into survival. We spoke with a woman who makes a living picking plastic waste. For her, every bottle collected is income. Every bag filled is a step towards daily survival. This is more than waste picking. It is a business, a growing informal economy where plastic becomes currency. Do you sell them, or what do you do with the plastic waste?
I sell them. I sell it.
You sell it?
Yes, I used to buy it to Kara.
Okay.
I sell for those smaller.
Okay, when you finish packing them, you take it to...
Yes, I will select it.
Okay.
They are the one that, the small one. I used to have a woman in Olora for use to watch it for Sobo.
Okay.
The rest, like table water and all that waste, I used to carry it to pack it, carry it to Kara to go and sell it.
To understand what happens next, we visited Atunlo. Here, plastic is transformed, sorted, cleaned, processed, and given a second life.
So we do plastics, we also do cartons, and we do aluminium, right? But of course, plastic takes the larger part because plastics are fungible, meaning that plastic here in Ibadan or in Lagos is the same thing in the north, right? So we convert the plastics into flakes. So these flakes, there's cold wash, there's hot wash, and there's the normal flakes, right? And then we export. That's 1. 2, we use the covers to make other plastics as well. Polypropylene, we use it to make other plastics. We also bale, and we also supply to certain companies that do bottle to bottle. So like Nestle and all this Coca-Cola now, they try to recycle old bottles into new bottles. So if you check like Nestle bottle, you see, some percentage of the bottle came from like an old bottle. So yeah, so what we do specifically is we bale. Baling is like compressing all of the plastics, so it's easy to move. So let's say, for example, you are moving like a 40-foot container. You can't just pour plastics in that. You have to press them, compress them. So a 40-foot container can carry like 16 tons of plastics, right? So that's one. So we can bale and just sell, right? We can crush, which is a step ahead of baling. So when you put something in a blender and just crushes it. So that's crushing. And then in doing that, there are some byproducts like the cover that we use to make other plastics. Then for carton, we just bale, right? And then they used to make new cartons. For aluminum as well, we shred and we also bale. So it really just depends on the demand at that point in time. Some will say we just bale it for us. Some will say just crush it. But in terms of like what's very interesting to me is the fact that beyond plastic bottles, we also bring in household utensils like plates, buckets, cups. So we do that one end to end. We recycle them back into new like plastics and sell, right? So that's called injection molding. One challenge that we have faced is pricing. It's not a regulated market, so you have a lot of foreigners as well playing in that space. So there's no price ceiling, and that means that you have to. It's an unregulated market, so pricing is something that is a bit sensitive, and when the price don't make sense, you have to be careful not to even be losing money while trying to solve that problem.
So a kilo of ragolis is 200 naira. They used to buy for me.
Kilo?
1 kilo.
Okay.
When the sack full like this, I used to pack like 4 sack. The other market I go on Tuesday, I'll bag like 5 bag.
So if 1 kilo is 200, how long will it take you to make like maybe 1,000 naira?
There is not much on the board because now everything is very hard.
Right. So pricing is one thing. 2 is awareness, right? A lot of people, you have to explain to them why they have to do certain things. So if you look around, you won't see plastics on the floor anymore because people are now aware. So when we started, we did a lot of sensitization, awareness. So schools and churches and all of that. So you have kids even bring plastics to the factory and get paid. So we called it daily 2K. So students come and just pack it, even though what they brought is not up to how much you're giving them, but just to encourage the habit. We just overpay sometimes just to build that, what's the word now? That culture. That culture, yeah.
Let me say, a man can't do it alone where the woman supports.
Okay.
He can, but I'm still managing it. It's because with the can, there's can there, there's plastic, this takeaway of iron. I see all down. Pick them.
So in a week, like how much do you make in a week from all of the waste you generate?
The waste, let me say this week, I work on Sunday, I work on Monday, and I work on Tuesday. Due to that 3 days that I work, all the markets that I carry to car, when I'm coming, I come with 40,100.
Wow.
41,000.
From all just the waste?
With the can, with the iron, with the plastic, with nylon, table nylon, no. There's table nylon, no.
What kind of nylon? Okay, the wrapper.
Yes.
For
table water, for Coke.
Yeah, for
Coke, for table water food. That is it. I work yesterday, I work today, and I work tomorrow. I'll carry it to carry again.
Where do you get waste from?
I tell you that I used to arrange this dustbin.
Okay.
I then clean. Listen, now normal people have come. They have rough the
dustbin.
I'm going to pack everything out, sweep everything, rearrange it again.
So from there you pick all the waste?
Yes, I pick everything. As I'm just coming now from my house, I used to, but the security did not allow me. Okay. But some of them allow me to be checking
dustbin.
They
should allow you because
no.
you're taking waste.
No, they will carry me. But some people that know me, that I used to greet, laugh with,
they will allow you to enter the dustbin.
They will say, oh yeah, Mark Bell. Don't allow the CEO or the manager to see me. I will pick it. And that school that is too, that little scholar,
all their plastic.
Yes, I used to take from.
But while the opportunity is real, the challenges remain. Limited infrastructure, low awareness, and a system where those doing the hardest work often earn the least. Still, something is changing.
Let's talk about business opportunity. Everybody now, it's all about this recycling culture going on, and then we hear people talking about turning trash to wealth.
Yeah.
What is the business opportunity in recycling?
Okay.
Like, let's look at how Atunlo even makes money, because you pay people.
Yeah.
So how do you get your money, right?
Okay.
And also, who do you provide
The services, the product.
the product, and also the people who are the households that you feed? Like, okay, you feed collectors.
Oh yeah,
What's the ecosystem?
Pickers.
How has he really been able to, create wealth for others aside the company?
Okay, since we started, we've disbursed over $1 million. Yeah, we've disbursed over $1 million to over 8,000 people within the ecosystem. So you have agents, you have collectors, you have pickers, from like the bottom of the pyramid up to like to our level as well. So how do we make money? There's a bit of, so when we collect, right, in that process of collecting, there are many people involved, so they get paid. Even the driver that is bringing it, because we go to the entire southwest. So from Ibadan, we go to Kwara, we go to Ekiti, we go to Osun, Ogun. We have trucks. So those trucks go out and then they come. So on a daily basis, we bring in like 150,000 bottles, right? And everybody gets paid in that value chain, from the original agent, from wherever it is coming from, to the people that will sort it, the driver that is bringing it. We call them sorters. They are the ones that will remove the label. It's not that we can't use a machine for that, but if we do that, it means that we are displacing people out of work. So they remove the cover, we pay them per kg. So we have people on our payroll every day that earn from just sorting plastics, right? And then for us, we have operators. We call them utility staff, right? They are the ones that will do all of the, recycling work within the factory. Everybody gets paid as well, daily, or depending on how you want to get paid. For us, obviously, we get to sell this as well. And we have two balance sheets. We have Naira balance sheet, we have dollar balance sheet. So if you're exporting, you get paid in dollars. Yeah. And
Waste is wealth.
Yeah. Then if you sell locally, we get paid in Naira. Why sometimes I pick Naira over dollar is because of the cash conversion cycle. So if I sell locally, I get paid in 48 hours or even 24 hours or even immediately, right? And if I sell international, like foreign export, the gestation period and cycle time can be as much as 2 months.
Have you ever been a beneficiary that, okay, this plastic waste for this dustbin, you are the one that will go and packing it?
There's one iron there. Okay. There's one iron there.
Okay.
If you go there now, you see plastic there, but the plastic is not full. When the plastic full or is at the, I'm the one that used to carry. When you get to a car, that place I used to carry market too. When you get there, it's very big, very large.
Okay.
There's a way they used to store iron, they used to store aluminium, they used to store tire, they used to store nylon. When the cargo is very plenty, then they used to carry to the company. The company is after within. Then that one, is the motor be like 10 tons. They now make money more than us.
Okay.
That is it.
So what do you think they do with this plastic?
I think, they renew.
Okay.
They will put it inside the machine. They renew it. That is, see my son is the one that is doing this side. Me, I do this side.
Oh, okay.
When we are coming,
He's helping you to also pick
plastics. Pick like this. I will do this. You do this place. You will do this place.
I don't even have any idea of what comes out of recycling plastic.
Yeah.
So what could be the end product of doing the activity?
Plenty things. So fiber is one major market for plastics. That's what you see in vehicles, even like soft pillows, this expensive furniture. You use fiber. Fiber is a major market. 1. 2 is bottles. So they get recycled back into into bed bottle. So they call it B2B, bottle to bottle. Some, this thing they used to tie fish packs, carton of fish. You know that rope? Yeah. So yeah.
They're also from it.
Yeah. You can make them from bottles, yarn, threads. Different. Actually, even jerseys.
I actually read somewhere that polyester material.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. I have a friend who had like a contract with a top and jersey maker. So he just exports to them grade A plastics without the labels.
So when they are shredded and they are washed and they put in like these big white sacks.
They are called jumbo bags.
Jumbo bags.
Yeah.
They are sent out and they are used in making fabrics.
Fabrics, bottles. So we export to Egypt, to the US, to Europe, to different places. And people have different requests for different needs for the plastics.
And is Indomie I'm selling before, because this one there's a lot of, let me say, gbese. They used to buy credit. The credit is too much and you want that my business. That is and it's my mommy that is doing this job before. Okay. But my mommy is not around now. Okay. My mommy is taking it of a grandma. That is at Ijebu Ijesha. Is taking of grandma.
Who introduced you to this?
My mommy work. It's my mommy work.
Gathering plastic.
Yes, it is my mommy work.
So if plastic waste continues at this current rate, because despite the fact that they are recycling it, there's still a lot of production. So what do you think Nigeria's environment would look like? Like, do you think we would have minimal plastic waste littered around? Or do you think Nigeria is also going to get to a point where, because you go abroad and then they also use plastics as much as we do, but it's not always evident everywhere that there's litter everywhere.
Yeah.
So at the rate at which people are beginning to understand that there's wealth in this plastic you're throwing around, it can bring you some money, daily 2K.
Yeah.
So what do you think would be the environmental landscape rather? If
people take recycling serious?
Yes.
Cleaner environment, better air quality, right? It means that people are also making money from it economically. And I think just to take a step back, we need to do a lot of awareness and sensitization around waste separation. So typical Nigerian should understand that when I'm throwing this bottle away, I should not throw it with organic waste, because it then becomes very difficult to separate it. So there has to be a lot of awareness and sensitization, not just from individuals, from the government. So government should also create like incentives and mandates on how that should work, and they should be able to also like whatever they say as mandate, they should be able to like consistently follow through with it. So, and on the second bit, I believe that the environment will be cleaner, right? It also means that we are not burning those plastics, so it's not emitting methane into the air, causing lung disease and asthma and all those kind of things. So cleanliness is next to godliness, as they say.
Exactly.
So environmentally, it will be cleaner. There won't be blocked waterways, gutter. When it rains and then you see plastics coming out of it, it's because of improper disposal. So cleaner environments, which is number one thing, economic prosperity, which is second thing, and just some the fact that people are also now going to be responsible, because there's a level of responsibility you need to have for you to take certain things serious, even when people are not looking at you. Because I can as well just go somewhere and just throw something somewhere and nobody's gonna see it, right? So I think ownership, environmental cleanliness, and economic prosperity, for me, those are the pillars. Because when we're also starting, three things were like, we used three pedestals: advocacy, commercialization, and governance. So we know that for us to even start anything, we need to enlighten people. Advocacy, that's why we go to schools, do all this CSR and stuff like that. Two is that, yes, now we know that exactly that we want to be clean, but Nigerians now, people need to get paid, right? So we make money from, which is the commercialization, people get paid. Then last one, which is policy, the governance, is that you can't do all of these things without the government's involvement supporting you to ensure that it works. They have to enact policies and all of that. So 1 kg of plastic that you save from getting burnt, you're saving around 1.5 kg of emission, right? So imagine that in multiple folds. So I would say that, again, it goes back to government. Government needs to do a lot of sensitization around it. It shouldn't be just individuals like me. There has to be like a policy that is like a top-down approach, comes from the federal to the state, and then they follow through with it. It's not just about enacting those policies, it's also about ensuring that they are consistent. So we put like ambassadors in charge to ensure that it stands a test of time. So I think for us, as we scale into climate tech, we are looking into how to do beyond recycling, right? So how to work with other entities, because we just built a platform called Carbon Scope 360. So what Carbon Scope 360 does is to help businesses, banks, to be able to track and report on their emission. Because in as much as we are doing all of these things, if we don't have a reporting standard for it, nobody knows, nobody cares, right? And then because it's an emerging market, we need a lot more people in that space. So we built that to solve Atunlo's problem. But then we realized that, okay, beyond Atunlo, even like an access bank can use it. A bank of industry can use it. Because what does it do? It helps you track your emissions. So what we did was to add IoT devices. So for example, let's say a bank branch now wants to track their emission. They will have to do it manually if there's nothing that is reporting it automatically. So even though we have the platform, we are now able to use IoT and track maybe diesel usage, electricity usage. So scope 1 emission is largely like diesel, petrol, and all of that. Gas, coal. Scope 2 is electricity. Scope 3 is ride hailing, airplane, things that you share. Right. So that platform, the platform that we have built is to help, and we have a free tier. So it means that anybody can use it. You can plug into it and report on all of those your operational emission. That's the step 1. Step 2 is now like you now carry those data to the registry so that you can sell it.
Now we are talking about climate change. What exactly are we contributing to the emission? We need to have a record.
Yeah, there has to be like a data registry.
Yes.
That's a major problem right now. And the people that have been able to do a bit of that, realize that people come from outside the country, get those projects, get those credits and leave. Right? So it's not localized. Right? So we have to create a market in this Africa, Nigeria, so that people can trade, buy and sell. So, but you cannot buy and sell what you don't even know the quantity.
Yes.
So which is where Carbon Scope 360 comes in to say, you know what, I have excess credit, or I have deficit, I need to get more. Because most companies are in deficit. They need to buy to be able to be carbon neutral. So so that's for us. So recycling is the base for us. Now we are scaling, we are now in Qatar.
Wow.
We are in Qatar, we are trying to move into Kenya as well, using technology, so we are not gatekeepers. So do we do recycling? Yes. Is it functional? Yes. But what can we do above that, beyond just operational, physical? So we are trying to scale up, and we'll be doing a major launch because we have not launched it. We're still trying to check and that it's fit for purpose. So once we launch it, I'm sure you will hear.
We've seen you working. You probably walk 10 streets picking all of these plastics, and eventually you sell them for money. How stressful? And if you're not doing this, do you think you would have been able to sustain your family?
No. It's for me for doing this. I think it's very okay, because when my mom is doing before, I don't even have in mind that I can do this kind of business, because I sell my food. That is why. But when it's time that my mom will leave it for my sister. My sister is a nurse. So are you a nurse? She has been working at Lekki. Now say she's going to Lekki, that she has seen work. That is why me and now come and stay and be doing this work. As when I'm doing it, and I think it's very okay. In a day, if I'm in the shop, let me say 1 carton of Indomie, I say it be 3 days, maybe 4 days. If I say a day now, if I say like 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, we use it and eat and finish. How can we save? We can't save. But let me say all these cartons, I pick cartons, so all these cartons, these sagulis I'm selling, and I go. I make my money. Is it 30,000 naira? Is it 20,000 naira? I'll bring it. I'll take out of it, buy food. Take out of it. I have some beer that I've, like now, I went to market on Tuesday. I'll use it for some beer. Today, I've went to go and collect debt. When I go to market tomorrow, I will pay it.
From waste pickers to recycling companies, A new value chain is emerging, one that has the potential to create jobs, drive innovation, and reshape how we see waste in Nigeria. So the question is no longer whether plastic waste is a problem. The question is, who is ready to turn it into wealth?